nice office chairs, and we used them for a couple years, and then we're like, let's upgrade, and we paid $150 for these like recliner chairs.
They're terrible.
Gamer recliner chairs, and yeah, they're pretty bad.
Really nice office chairs are a way to go.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna go for just another manager chair, like a $150, $200 nice manager chair, something like that. Oh, we're live, by the way. Sometimes it makes me click go live, and sometimes it just goes live on its own. Just I don't know how Streamlabs interacts with YouTube's API, but sometimes they're allowed to just force a live stream, and sometimes they're not. But we're scheduled to be live at 2, but we're live now, so that's fine. I'm gonna do some sharing of the links. We go on Facebook. Bookface, anytime, any day now. Okay, post. So what I'm doing is I'm streaming over Discord to... Hold on, I'll wait for the intro. Let me tweet.
You might want to... Oh, you're going to open it up over there anyways. Never mind.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and... RPGMakerWeb also tweeted out, so let's retweet the tweet of our stream. And we copy the link, the last one, there we go. And this will go up to official content, and we can paste that link right there on official, and we're good to go.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up, and we're gonna start the recording. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined with the lovely T.
Hello.
And the amazing Touchfuzzy from the RPG-Maker-Web.
Say
Hello.
hi, Touch.
Yeah, there he is. You interrupted.
I always interrupt. That's my thing.
Pretty much.
It's okay. It'll be like being at home for me. Everyone interrupts me.
Oh.
Sorry.
So we should have some music playing. Let me find a track and get some audio in the background. That'll work. Let me know if the music's too loud. Please let me know if any one of our voices is like way too loud or too quiet, and we'll do the best we can to adjust on the fly. Live streaming is always touch and go. Who do we got here? Wrath of Wood is here. How you doing, Wrath? Mobile Monster, Jamie Cassidy's here. Skepsis D. Yeah, we're going to be looking at some Elfkisser entries and doing some scoring. We're using Itch's official interface to score. So today we're basically just going to be doing that for, 45 minutes to an hour. We have quite a few of them to get through. I don't plan to get through all of them today. We're probably going to need to spend another day or two, but we'll do as many as we can but not try to rush through it. I don't want to rush through them. I want to spend some time and look at them in 2D and 3D and whatnot. So what are we have we have a list. T put together a nice list.
Yes.
Who's up next?
The first entry for today is rate entry. No, not rate entry. Entry attack animation.
Is rate entry of your...
I have the rate window open, so I was reading the tab.
What is it called? Attack animation?
Energy attack animation.
Energy attack animation.
That's
okay.
the one.
This is by JWX. So energy attack animation entered by JWX into the Ultimate Elfkisser Animation Contest, especially sponsored by Dejica.
It's like an energy punch.
Okay.
You should put it in 3D. See what it looks like in 3D.
Yeah, let's move it to 3D.
Oh, that's way
it's
better.
definitely
Yeah.
supposed to be in 3D.
Wow.
Much different. I was like, okay, it's just like a little punch impact. No, it's a 3D thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little of Blade Beam, Cloud's Limit Break from the second level one.
Oh, right, yeah. It does.
That's so cool.
I like it a lot.
Go ahead.
I think the one thing it could have had is it had some kind of sound effect as it was moving forward.
I think it's missing like an initial sound effect, because all you hear is like it needs to have like a it needs like an initial one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to, while this is up, Hopefully it's loud enough so that you guys can hear it, but not overly loud. Please let me know. I'm going to go over to the submissions page over here and find that and start rating it. But I guess we'll just keep the animation playing and I'll do it on another monitor. This is Energy Attack by JWX.
Oh, mine is next. Yay.
Oh my goodness. I have to find Energy
Okay,
Attack.
so I can be really critical on the next one.
Yes, you can tear it to pieces. I wasn't sure if I was even going to do one, and then of course in my usual style I had to do something that took me like all day, because
I really wanted to do one and then just ran out of time.
yeah.
No time to do anything lately.
I wanted to do like 5 of them, and then I settled on making one good one and 5 little dumb ones.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the dumb ones are the ones everyone will remember anyway.
Probably, yeah, like the Slimipede, but I'm not going to enter that one, but the herald raining from the sky, those are the ones that people remember. So I've made my ratings on this animation. Have you guys made your ratings for the Energy Attack by JJ?
I'm going to rate them all later after I've like had a time to digest it.
Oh, you're
So
going to
I'm
see
just
them
going
all
to
and then rate
watch.
them as you see.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because if I do it as I see them, I'm going to like have like a weird rating scale. Because I'm like, oh, this is a 10, and then somebody else makes one that's way better on that scale, and I'm like, oh, I can't go above 10 now.
Yeah.
Right, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Usually at the end of the rating period, I do have to go back and tweak a couple.
Luckily,
Yeah, always.
Luckily for people, we set the bar really high yesterday by showing off
Oh, yeah.
Hadison's and
I watched
Nowis.
that one.
And-
His is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've just blew us away, and so like knowing that would be like around a 10. Now you have the bar. Now you've set the bar. So now when you see something that's impressive, but it's not quite as impressive, you might give it a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5. But
We probably should have made sure Hadison's was in the last week.
to be honest, we should have asked Hadison to be a judge so that he would have gave everyone else a chance.
So
I mean,
he
he's
couldn't
been
win.
doing animation for a while, right? Anyway, it's up to everyone's vote to see where it goes. So let's move on to the next one. If we've all voted or we're going to vote later on it, let's look at the next animation up. T.
Yay!
Oh, yours is up next. I was waiting for you to tell me, but you already did.
I already told you.
This is the
I'm gonna
Mighty
give
Pin.
mine 5 out of 5. Actually, I can't. I can't rate my own.
You're not allowed to
No,
rate your
I'm
own.
not allowed to rate my own.
Okay. Mighty Pin by T's Jams. No, I don't want to do any saving.
If you have it in 3D, it's gonna look jank, but that's okay. Play it in.
Okay, I'll
3D
play it in 3D,
anyways.
then we'll
Yeah.
play it in 2D. So this is the typewriter attack, which we're calling the Mighty Pen by T from T's Gems and Driftwood Gaming.
Oh yeah, you gotta zoom in too. Look at it, it's crazy.
Okay, 2D, 2D. Here we go.
So
I'll have to set my background, right?
Yeah, you have to set the background.
We'll have to do
I
this
didn't make
for a
it
couple.
easy. I should have put an actual background in there, but I was
Like included a
Yeah,
background.
whatever.
We'll just use
Yeah.
like that.
And if you want to zoom in, go to the cogwheel,
Yeah, you want to change the.
the magnification.
Yeah, let's just do the magnification to 2 and.
Yeah.
Much better, much better. So this is the way it's kind of intended to look, right?
That's
And
it.
and here's the detail on it. This is an actual typewriter. All the letters are there, and they're actually typing the letter that it's spelling. If you
Yeah.
can see, all of these nodes are like they all have their own individual letters and everything. Like or all of the letters have
It's a
individual
working
nodes. Yeah.
typewriter, so you can like delete daggers and you could put cure in and put a cure animation, or like you can type in poison and have little bubbles float over and poison somebody or whatever. Like it's an attack style.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like some characters.
Class.
Yeah, it's a class. It really
Yeah.
is. Huh? It's like the writer, and it's a class. And when you do your animations, it brings up this typewriter, and they type in different words, and the letters appear, and then they poof away and turn into whatever effect.
You ready to hear what class it is? You ready for this?
The writer.
Yeah.
No, it's the Karen class.
The Karen class.
Yes, it's the Karen class.
No.
Me and Josh came
I-
up with that.
How do you get Karen? Like this, Karen's like someone's gonna ask for the
She's
manager.
writing to management right now.
But no, Karen doesn't write. Karen goes in to talk to the manager. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm on that train.
What were you saying, Touch?
I really like the concept of it, and it's like I like the sound. The sound effect on the keys is really good. I like that it actually is just a typewriter. That's just really good, and I wanted to make a joke and make fun of it, but I can't because it's actually really good.
Aw, thanks.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and rate it while it's playing a few more times. I feel like this is a fair rating, nice and good. Next one, who's up next, T?
Next is... Oh, where am I? Snow Girl Summon. I'm interested in seeing this. I have a little bit of back information on this one. It is a... Somebody did Dragon Bones in it somehow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm really interested in seeing how this came out.
Okay, so this is Snow Girl Summon by Aphrodite.
You might want to turn the background back to black.
Okay, we can do that. Snow Girl Summon by Aphrodite Oki.
I'm gonna guess it's not meant to be in 2D or magnified. Oh, there she is. Oh, that's cool.
Let's put it in 3D.
Yeah, I think it needs to be in 3D.
Okay.
Yes, that's way better.
Much better in 3D. Yeah, it like locks
that
it.
is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. It like...
People did just way more than I was expecting. And they put a lot of work into this.
Oh,
yeah.
This is my favorite part of the jams, when we do jams, because I'm always blown away by some of the work that people do.
Yeah, like when we did the last jam we did on the site, and I was like, I'll play every game on stream. And when I said that, I was a little worried because you can end up with some very, very bad games sometimes. But I was surprised by how good so many of them were, considering that, it was just things people put together in like a month.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of talented game devs
Only
out
2
there.
weeks for this competition, and we've seen a lot of really impressive stuff in just a short time span. So I know a lot of people like looked at this and went like, "Ooh, I wanna do this," Like they felt like they had a chance to win, and they do. They have a chance to get MZ. This won't be the only chance that people have to win a copy of MZ. Just a hint for the future there. Because T and I and some others plan to do some other stuff that's not really officially sponsored, but this event is a sponsored event that will get a copy to the winner. So I think
And
this
several
is
other things, but
a bunch of
there's like all the DLC, but I can't even talk about them yet because we haven't even announced them. So
it's hard because
Oh, really?
I don't want Touch to get in any trouble, so I'm not gonna prod him with anything.
I keep wondering every Thursday when you announce new DLC if it's one of the DLC packs in the prize section.
okay, so I have a fun secret. I don't know what they are either.
Really?
Okay, all right. So they don't even tell
because
you.
Oh no, I have the list of all the ones, and I was when we went to do the thing, I was like, we're just gonna say two, and I'm gonna decide later which ones it is.
Oh, okay.
So
that
I don't
makes
know
sense.
which ones it is later.
Right.
It's gonna be one of the ones that are specifically made for MZ, and we haven't even announced any of those yet. So
Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be
but
cool.
that should be relatively soon. We start announcing some of that stuff, but.
I'll be retweeting it on Twitter when you know. Okay, so I find this animation to be incredibly creative. They've done a fantastic job with the aesthetics. The sound design is fair. It's okay. There's nothing bad about the sound design. It's not overkill. I feel like there's a tiny room for improvement on sound, but otherwise, like almost perfect. Like just fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I hope the person who did this is willing to do like a tutorial on how they use Dragon Bones and Elfkisser.
Yeah,
I will say the one part of the sound design, I love the little laugh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
super
Laugh
cute.
part's really good.
Right. That's why I said.
I just think the rest of it needed some more dressing up.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's good, right? It's sufficient. It could be slightly better. It's not bad at all. It just needs maybe a little more. I understand if you're listening to it over and over and over, less seems like more, but you probably won't be spamming it in the game, right?
So,
Yeah.
$2 super chat from Vino. He says, "I'll happily prod Touch. Please give us your secrets."
Thank you for the super chat. Vino.
I win by just not knowing. So that's actually true on a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just don't know the answers to questions people are asking me.
Right.
And that's better because I'm not allowed to talk about it yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
I was gonna say that.
The Tom Holland approach.
Who's Tom Holland? I never heard of him.
Tom Collins?
Tom Collins? That's
Tom
a drink.
Holland. He's the actor who plays Spider-Man, and he's
okay.
very famous for leaking information, so
Oh,
they stopped
really?
sharing anything with him.
That makes sense.
Arnold Palmies. Something different.
That's it. Okay, that's an inside joke. Let me explain this real quick. I was like, we decided to try mixed drinks for a little while, and I said we should try this one. We should try Tom Collins because I like Tom Collins. And Drifty could not remember the name of the drink, and he kept calling him Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmies.
Now, an Arnold Palmer is good though.
What's an Arnold Palmer?
It's just lemonade and sweet tea.
Really?
I mean, there's no alcohol in it. It's just lemonade and sweet tea is an Arnold Palmer.
I had no idea it was even a drink. I just thought he had lost his mind. I was like, why are you calling it Arnold Palmer? I don't get it.
I mean, you could put vodka in it, but you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
I mean, you can put vodka in a lot of things.
That's true. It's called Elfkisser Animation by Kiss.
No, I think it's called Kiss.
Is it called Kiss?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
So our
let me
next
go to
one is called Kiss.
Oh, it is. Okay. It's weird how you put it on the list, so it confused me, and I was like, "What am I looking for?"
I literally just copied and pasted the title as they put it on itch, because that's how you keep it a link.
Oh shoot, I messed up. So this one is called Kiss by Slime Misky 2. Slime Misky 2. So this is in 3D
no,
here.
No, Slimeski?
Slimeski?
Slimeski.
Slime Misky?
I have been reading that name because
Slimeski?
of knowing them on the forums.
Uh-huh.
And like they're a mod on the forums, and I still don't know how to say it. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Slimeski because Slimeski just sounds wrong.
Slime me ice K2.
Hidden one, do you know how to say your name? Come on, you gotta gosh, what's the word?
It's Slimeski, hey.
Slimeski.
Forget about it.
Yeah. I like it. It's beautiful. Did you put it in 3D?
Yeah, it was in 3D. I think it's supposed to be viewed in 2D.
Oh yeah, it does look like
because
it's
in 3D you've got like weird other effects, so it's probably a 2D. But it looks great. It's got a little.
Hidden one says, "I just call her Slim. Slime sounds odd."
Slim sounds good. Let's go with Slim.
Yeah.
So this one's by Slim. Kiss by Slim. You know, it's simple, it's short, it's sweet. I think we can just rate that real quick. Let's go find it on the itch. Everyone can follow along.
I like the very ant that you don't want to kiss you sound effect.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's very cringy kissy.
I can't even do it. Just sounds like
I'm not gonna do sound effects with my mouth because I have self-respect. So.
I've lost that a long time ago.
It's gone.
To be fair, that's also a lie. I just pretend that.
I pretend that I still have my self-respect. Okay, so let's go ahead and go.
I can't find it on this list. I'm trying to find it so I can rate it.
All right, so rating has been put in for this one. What's up next?
Hold on.
Oh, you still can't find it?
I still can't find it.
It's right there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Very, very nice. Do you have to put a comment too?
Yes, I always put a comment.
You always put a comment.
So if there's only one comment, you know it's me.
T always comments.
Hey, I want those comments, so I gotta give them.
Yeah. You're very compassionate.
Ice Ravens is the next one.
The
Ice
next
Ravens.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Open. Let's find Ice Ravens. Okay, Ice Ravens by chronicle. This is called Ice Ravens by chronicle. Whoa, that's cool.
Maybe zoom out.
I think I'm gonna let the whole thing play, okay?
And then
switch the view, yeah.
Oh, I love the sound design. It's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom way out. Obviously, it's made to be zoomed in. Yeah, okay, so we were in the right position.
Yeah, because I think you're supposed to see him come in and off the sides.
I was a little zoomed in.
Ah, the sound design's awesome. Can you do 3D?
Yeah, let's put this in 3D. I bet this is the way it's supposed to be viewed.
It looks like it, yeah.
Oh man, that's really good.
That is so good.
The thing about 3D is you'll have to move it around and find the optimal way of viewing it. I think it's actually 2D, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
because
think it's one of my favorite sound
it's 2D.
designs so far, though. I love the ending, boom, like it's an ominous kind of sound.
I love how it all of the particles they come out. They're little little petals or something, you know.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it does look a lot like petals. That was what I was thinking too. I like because normally people the attacks are really aggressive. And this one's not super aggressive. It's kind of calming.
This is sort of like you called a summon creature, and this is a summon attack almost. Except, there's no pronounced creature. It's just like these little things, wisps flying around or something. It's very unique and different. I like it. I wasn't expecting something like this. There's definitely niche occasions for this to be put in an RPG. It fits perfectly. And and I like it. So let me find where this one's at. Ice Raven.
I'm just seeing a comment from Wrath of Wood about Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmies.
Ew, he leaks during interviews. Good visual, Wrath. I like your comment.
What?
He leaks during interviews.
He leaks?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I think this was about the Tom Holland conversation.
Yeah.
Leaking in interviews. Everything. Yeah, that has been a famous thing of them not telling him anything anymore.
That's funny.
So he can't leak it.
Oh, I got it. Sorry, I'm dumb sometimes.
It's okay. Everyone is dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Some
people just more than others. I'm not going to say where I think you fall on the scale, but...
Okay.
Thank you. Please don't.
Vino says you're doing it wrong. He says you're doing it all wrong.
What do you mean we're doing it all wrong?
Where's your cursor? There it is.
3D.
It's gotta be 3D, and we have to be in the right...
Yeah, maybe...
right orientation.
Yeah, I do... That's why I'm trying different angles and views.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. It could be used in many different ways, I'm sure. So you've got this 3D bubble here. It's
like a snow globe.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna just keep moving it, so we can find the right angle. I'm right-click and holding, and I'm moving it now. Obviously, these guys are supposed to be in the shot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting it right. Gosh darn it.
Good job. Good job.
It's so weird looking. You have you get such a different particle effect depending on where your camera's at, too.
Yeah.
I feel like we've seen it, properly. Because we've saw it from a lot of different angles. It's really cool.
So the next one is something that I have when I wake up in the morning. It's called Dragon Breath.
Me too.
I think we all do. It's inevitable.
All right, so this next one is Dragon Breath Final by SickArjon. It's by SickArjon.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. So that's 3D.
The sound
it's probably
was awesome.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is definitely meant to be 3D too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm spinning it to get different angles.
Oh, that's so cool.
I like this smoke effect on it.
I like the growl at the beginning.
So this is looking right at it. Let's put it in 2D because I want to see both. So in 2D, this is what it looks like.
That's super cool.
The one thing is that, like, I wish the smoke mostly went upwards instead of just straight up.
Right, it's just kind of like a circular globe of smoke.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the one thing is, though, I notice a lot on fire animations, people don't put any smoke. And adding smoke at all was a good idea, but
it's hard to get right.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like the sound effect. It's like a lion.
You even get it like
something.
You even get this growl, this kind of lion. I think it's a tiger. Or no, it's probably a lion. All right, so this is called Dragon Breath by SickArjon. Let's go ahead and rate that. Okay. That one's been rated. Pretty straightforward, this one. What's next, T?
Next is Time Spell.
Time Spell.
So, yeah, Time Spell. I believe that's the one that's...
So we have two of them.
There is two. One of them doesn't have PNGs and won't play.
Okay, so we're gonna look at two of these. One might play, one might not play. This is called Time Spell, and it is by Bibo.
By Bibo. Oh,
So this
that's
is the wrong
definitely
one.
not the right
Okay.
orientation.
Okay, so this is missing PNG. So let's go Time Spell on this one. There it is. Pretty sure this is a 2D animation, but it works in 3D just the same.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I would
I like
up
the clock ticking.
Yeah.
I do too. I would up the opacity on this a little bit so it's kind of see-through, and then just use that as my haste.
You know what? I think
great.
those hands are actually timed correctly. Like, for every revolution around the clock, the minute hand turns the hour hand one.
No,
Maybe no, it's the
not.
hour
No,
hand
no,
is
no,
too-
No, it's
the
way
hour
off.
hand is
Very
too
off.
Way
slow.
off.
See, now if I were doing this,
It's off by a factor of 6.
If I were doing this, I would make them timed properly.
Well, you know, it's more of a time misspell.
Yes, it's a time misspell. That's cool.
It's great. I like it. Let me find it and rate it.
Yeah.
I just realized that I completely missed the opportunity to make the joke on T's animation that they are casting spells.
Uh-huh.
The typewriter one?
Yeah, it's spelling.
Oh my god.
Oh my,
They're
what?
It
casting
totally
spell.
went over
How did
my
I
head.
not even get it? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I feel
Spell.
dumb right now because I don't know what he means.
That's so good. Because it's subtle. Oh my god.
That's awesome. Yes.
It's one of those that make you feel stupid if you're not. I love it. Thank you. Thank
So
you for
if
that.
we can show his other animation if you go on, if you show the itch page and just click on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So
If you wanted to show people.
it didn't come out quite right. But if you look right here,
You could see the other
you
animation.
can see it. This is the other one.
That's
It
cool.
also looks great.
It's a shame that they forgot to put their PNGs in the file.
Yeah, never forget your PNGs.
Yeah.
This could be like your Hastega or Hastega, where it hits the whole party. This is it like goes on the screen and your whole party is hasted. I like it. Cool. Cool, man. Okay, so let's rate it. Let's rate this one. Just, yes, and it's simple sound. Probably could be more on the sound. I would have gone with like
Maybe every
something
time.
up.
Maybe
right?
every time the hour hand hits 12, it would go dong.
That would be annoying.
No, it would be great.
Nah.
Do it really loud and
No,
really
just
long,
like a
so then
subtle-
the next time it goes around, it does it again and it overlaps. It's like dong, dong, and it's just perfect.
Okay, that could work too. But I'm thinking of just like right when it starts, just like that.
Yep, that would be good.
Like maybe.
I think also how you were talking about like giving it a little bit of transparency, because one of the things is it's very clean, almost too clean,
Yep.
and like transparency would hide that.
Yes,
as well.
Also making it smaller, so you can probably deploy this. Question, Touchfuzzy, since we have you here, are you able to control the magnitude, like the scale of the effects or animation when you import it into the MZ engine?
Yeah, so you can decide what scale you want it at.
That's great. That's great.
By a percent. So you can make it 50% of what it would be, 2%, whatever.
Can you go past 100%?
Yes, I had one at like 300% the other day.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you have this.
So
you don't have to worry about as a designer like too much about the scale. As long as you're in the ballpark, you can always change it in MZ to fit your screen.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing. Love
okay,
that.
so I've got this one rated.
Okay.
Did you get it rated? What's the next one?
The next one is Energy Shield Wall.
So let's open and see Energy Shield Wall. This is another one from JWX. So this is Energy Shield Wall by JWX.
Whoa.
Cool. No, I like it.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
the sound
it's like your protect spell, you know?
Put it in 3D.
Let's put it in 3.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh my gosh, it's curved.
Oh, that's neat.
That's
yeah,
so cool.
no, that's really cool.
Oh, that's really good looking.
I like
now.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see like totally. That reminds me of SickArjon's Clay Guardian, where the whole party gets like a defense boost. You could use that for a defense boost for your entire party.
Depending on the angle that you display it, you can get all kinds of different effects from it. Mm-hmm. Like it kind of just looks like a slash, like this.
I mean, the thing is you're doing like a side view game. You could have it like just curve in front of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Could look cool.
Like even at an angle, like pretend you're looking at a battle scene here, and you got your troops, and you can just have the animation play like this, boom, and you got your enemies over here, and you've got your party members, and you cast a spell, and it pulls up a shield. Now that you see it in a battle, you're like, oh, that's pretty sick.
Oh.
What?
$100 super chat from Corey Davis. He says, I'm finally here. Yo,
Oh my
Corey, what's
gosh.
up, man? Welcome to the stream.
$100 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, man. How are you doing today? Thanks for stopping by and dropping some sick cash. That cash
And
is
since none of that cash is going to me, I can point out that that's the wrong here.
No, Corey's is really good at spelling. Corey's is almost as good as me at spelling, so don't worry.
What's up, Corey?
Yeah, like check this out, T. You were looking away because obviously you were distracted at a massive donation. Thank you, Corey. But like imagine the scene battle, right? Mm-hmm. And then you've got your troops on this side and you've got your enemies on this side.
Yeah.
And then you play this animation right here, like on your troops. Mm-hmm. If I can get it lined up just right. Like boom, doesn't that look like really awesome?
Yeah.
Like you pull up a shield for your guys.
That's what I'm saying. It would be a great full party defense up buff type of animation.
Yeah, some of these.
It also is. Sorry, I was just gonna say it's like it has a really good sci-fi look to it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
it could be like on a spaceship, like if you're in a sci-fi scenario. Yeah. Probably gonna quit my job, but was.
Are you gonna retire, Corey?
But was.
Yeah. ...
Probably gonna quit my job, but was. Oh, was someone asked a question? Okay. Let me see. But was. Wait. I don't know what's happening. Is that a good thing? Like, are you retiring?
Well,
you know?
yeah, he wants to retire,
Right.
so
You
it
can
could
get
be a good thing.
We were talking about
I'm hoping
houses.
it's a good thing.
Just yesterday or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I've got a rate. Did I rate this one already?
I don't know. Did you rate it?
Got a little distracted by somebody throwing $100 at us. Let's find it. This is called
Energy
Shield Wall by JWX. Pretty good sound effects. You wouldn't.
I'm gonna have to check that like when I play it myself because I can hear it but not really super well.
Should I turn up the sound effects?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like just trying to watch. And one I like about this one is I think I know exactly how I would use it in a game.
Me
Like,
too.
it's very not just like look good. It's very usable.
That's what I was trying to verbalize. I'm glad you were able to get that thought out, because it's like, this is something that's like a practical animation that you're probably going to see in a lot of games because it's just so usable. So there's a difference between just having a really good looking animation. Like, for example, Hadeson's animation, not going to be practically used by many people, right?
Right.
It's just so crazy over the top, and it's very specific to whatever. Like, you're not going to destroy the planet in every game.
I think the greatest
But this one will be used a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that being said, it kind of values these smaller animations a little bit more. Doesn't have to be 600 frames.
I think Hadeson's animations primary value is if you want to learn how to do something like that, it's because it's being given to the public, you're able to pick through it and look and see exactly how he did it.
Right, you can check it out and view it as like a source or an example.
Yeah.
And a lot of people need these templates and prototypes to learn on. I do. I know I do.
Yeah, he gave a big gift to the community, adding an animation to this contest, I think.
Right. So I finally found this, and I'm going to rate it like so. Save rating. I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, we've got some super chats. We got to get back to interacting. $2 from Corey. $2 from Corey. $2 from Corey. Was supposed to be, job acting like a bee because I told him no. Ah, okay.
Sorry that they're giving you trouble, Corey.
Yeah, sorry you're having a rough time at work, but do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. We're happy to have you here. If you do decide to switch into game development, we're glad that you're here with us for that. Okay.
Talking about the way, like, Hadeson's being so useful for learning, that is why, like, we used to keep a list of, like, game projects that were not encrypted. Mm-hmm. Specifically for the reason for people to, like, go open them and look at how people did stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's about the best way to learn, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Everybody learns differently. That's what I've learned, because I thought, oh, this is the best, this is the bad. That's
that's true too.
But everyone, like, for you, it's probably the best, because that's why you would say that. You treat people like you want to be treated, you know, and so you would say this is the best way. So you would put that forth, but not everybody learns the same way. Mm-hmm. That's why I think T brings a lot to the channel here with following like detailed instructions on the documentation.
Because I learned by reading better.
And I like to, I do read the documentation, but I typically stray from it, like, after I read it. I'm like, okay, that's great. If I need to know that specific thing, I go back to it. But I like to look at an example and start changing things in an example, and then eventually try to be creative and do something random, and then see what happens. And the trial and error process is how I learn a lot of the ways.
Yeah, and I noticed toward the beginning when the Elfkisser software was announced that people were saying they needed videos to learn. So that's why I thought of the idea of doing the whole documentation in a video form, because I learned best by reading documentation, but
right.
Videos.
Speaking of that, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, T has a playlist of Elfkisser tutorials, and she plans to finish the documentation. It's based off following the documentation, basically exactly the way that
Pretty
it's
much,
written.
yeah.
She's changing it so that it's translated to English in her presentation, mostly so that it's more legible, and it's a different format. The translation, I found it to be funny and
it's
entertaining.
Hilarious. I get a laugh at
It's not like
every new
oh, it's a
chapter.
terrible
Makes me laugh.
translation. It's not badly translated. It's just funnily it's translated funny.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. Sometimes people who are translating something, if they're not a native speaker, they will say something that is grammatically correct, but no one would ever say.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of how we were saying. It's just funny. It's
feel
not
like-
wrong. It's just funny.
I feel like the documentation is actually translated really well, but it's not grammatically correct. Like it's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it gets the idea across, but the way the sentence structure is set up is just funny. It's weird.
Okay.
Well, because I spend a lot of time at work
Right.
dealing with, because I work with a lot of people who are not American. Obviously, most of the company is Japanese, and even the people who aren't, one of them is like French. One person is, Arceus from the Philippines. So even if they're fluent in English, sometimes things will be a little awkward.
Yeah.
because they don't speak English every day.
It's a cultural difference too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a couple super chats we need to read here.
Yeah, let me catch up on some super chats real quick. $5 super chat from Vino saying 3 cheers for those Elfkisser tutorial videos. They've been immensely helpful. I learned visually too, so they've been a much bigger help than I expected. So thank you, Vino, for that. $50 super chat from Corey Davis. He says, I will tell them F blah, blah, blah if I get bored, but I might do some shady stuff to them and get a job flipping burgers just to spend more time making games. Well, you got to follow what you want to do. Just to, don't do anything that you're going to get in trouble over. Right. That way you don't jeopardize your own freedoms.
Then you'll be making license plates instead.
Right, for the state. 20 Knox super chat from Warp Enigma. Thank you, Corey Davis, for that's another huge super chat. We appreciate that. Warp Enigma saying, late to the party. Hope everyone is good. Much love. Thank you, Warp. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Warp. In.
Super chat party.
Bino and
Corey dropping another $10 super chat, and he goes, lol, we making a rainbow. It really is, though. So we got some green, some pink, some red, some blue, some yellow. We just need some purples in here. I don't know, that the 50 is kind of purple, isn't it? Anyway, let's look at the next one. This is another animation by Bibo. It's called Teleport In.
Okay.
So the actual name is called Ripple of Thoughts, but on the thing it says Teleport In. So it's this Teleport In / Ripple of Thoughts by Bibo.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. So it's just like this
sound.
Little.
Wait, I think you changed the
Let's change it to 2D real quick.
No, not 2D.
Well, I do. Okay, so I think it was made for 2D.
Maybe.
But I'm gonna look at it in 3D for sure.
Oh, I love that sound.
Thank you guys for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. You guys are killing it today.
It reminds me of EDM music, which I love.
It's very EDM, isn't it?
It is.
This could be like put on the character. So I had another question, Touch, while you're here. So in the classic way that the animation editor works, you decide if it's going to be placed at the head, the middle, or the feet of a character, or if it's set to center as like it would be a whole, or no, if it was set to screen, which would be for like an AOE type effect, right? So
yeah.
In MZ, do you still have that like placement, like head, center, feet, and screen placement, or has that been replaced with something that lets you select specific X and Y locations on the screen?
Well, currently, I am opening up MZ because I can't remember the exact
No, I totally have to do that when someone asks me a question. I'm like, let me look at my project, and then maybe I'll tell you.
Okay, so it doesn't have like like set positioning. Though if you can do center of screen and then just set the animation center, so like hit a specific spot. The display is for each target, center of all targets, or center of the screen is the places you can set it.
Okay, so you have two options then. You can have it center of a target or center of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. That's actually we don't really need head, center, and feet for this. For the old school way, I thought it was kind of a weird drop down to begin with. You just need it because then you can change it inside of here with just tweening everything or shifting the entire thing by raising all the Y's by 10 or 50 or whatever.
I'm actually kind of sad that the head and feet one is going away because when you use the animation editor to do cutscenes, those options are heavily used.
You know, actually,
like when you're playing it on the map,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if it's in the map though, because I can't remember. Right. It may be in the show animation on map. It's just not on the.
Oh, there's a button that says show animation on map.
Well, it's the one for the event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, pretty much my only experience with the animation editor so far with MV has been for cutscenes on the map, because I don't do battle systems.
So I'm gonna look at this in 3D just to you see what it looks like. Weird angles.
It's not right.
Right.
It messes it up big time.
It does look cool, but it's just not like any cohesion to it. In 2D, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. The sounds are efficient. I find them to be a little abrasive after a long enough repetition. I had to stop it, but other than that, I think the visuals are really good. I like it. I would like to see some little dot particles coming out on top of the other ones, like just to give a little bit extra to it. But overall, I really like it. It's a good animation. Let me make sure I give it a rating real quick before we move on to the next one. This one was
I will say, though, one thing I would love to see a plugin creator do with the animation system is, like, say that Dragon Breath one way back, what we were looking at earlier.
Right.
I would love for someone to write a plugin where you could, like, basically have defined the beginning and end of an animation, and just have it, like, on a side view battle system, have it dynamically draw from the person casting to the target.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I would love that.
Also,
I'm like, somebody do that for me. And we're good.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I can't do it.
In MV, for the last jam, I had an animation that I wanted to stop when the event disappeared, and somebody actually gave me a script call that worked, that made it so that the animation would disappear or cancel as soon as the event that it was attached to disappeared. So it's totally possible to do that.
Yeah.
With some script calls.
It's as I said, I just, I throw things out there and occasionally people make them.
Yeah.
We did that with...
What I needed it for...
Go ahead.
What I needed it for was there was dead bodies and little coins bouncing above the dead bodies, and if you collected the coin, everything was supposed to disappear, but the animation would just keep playing and playing and playing until it was finished, and I was like, ah!
There wasn't a really good, like, collision detection for any objects like that in MV.
Well, there's no way to turn the animation off. Like he was saying, you can't specify where it begins and where it ends. It's just like your animation is 30 seconds, it's always 30 seconds. You can't change that.
Right. If it starts playing, it's going to play the whole thing, and you couldn't clip it. Yeah. But you said you were able to.
Yes, somebody gave me some really funky looking code that I don't even know what it says, and it did what I wanted, so I was happy.
You just copy pasted that in.
Yep.
Thank you. Thumbs up on the forum. So
well, it was like the one that I always did, like self variables. I think was the thing. I was like, hey, can someone just make the first 10 variables depend on be self variables, where it'll, if you access it from an event, it applies only to that event, and then have map level ones. Because it was like, and then 20, like then the next, like you just define how many you want of each one, and then like say 20, like 11 through 20 of variables and switches only apply to maps. So like are only map specific, and so each map can use those differently.
That would be awesome.
And I mentioned it, and someone wrote it. It exists for MV.
Really?
Somewhere.
That's interesting.
I like the concept of map level variables and switches because I like neatness.
Sure.
And you can, if you only access something on a specific map, why do you need to make it a global variable that you can access from anywhere?
Right. When you have things scoped properly, it just feels better. So this one is called The 100 Swords of Light by Open Digital World.
Now be judged by the sun. The 100 Swords of Light.
What is happening? This one has
I don't know, but it makes me happy inside.
Like, what is...
Are we looking at it from the right angle?
Maybe not. I mean, we're in 2D, but we'll move it around in 3D. I start with 2D and then...
Love the sound design.
The 100 Swords of Light. It's just a bunch... Let's put it in 3D. Hold on. We're going to watch in 3D. Okay. There we go. It's supposed to be 3D. Yeah. So just keep growing and get bigger. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh. Cool. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's missing sound effects. It's just a bunch of gongs, man.
Yeah.
Like it should be like.
I just want to know if there's exactly 100 swords.
Yeah, there better be 100 swords. Damn it.
We can find out if you find the node that the swords come up.
And you go here to basic settings.
That's not it. You gotta keep going. Yeah. This sword maybe.
Oh my
you just
god,
made a different node
Yeah.
for every sword.
Oh wow, why would you do that?
You don't have to.
Or maybe he
so
didn't.
whoever did this, I'm pretty sure
They
you
just
could just make
copy-pasted a
one.
bunch.
You can make one sword and then make a deviation of where it spawns to get the same effect,
And
you
make
only
it last
need
longer.
one node.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I totally see they overworked on this one.
Yeah,
Like,
that's overthought.
They worked harder instead of smarter. I did
Yeah.
the same thing when I was making the default spark animation for Elfkisser, I needed a bunch of bolts to strike down, but I didn't understand that I could just delay it and then change the spawn rate, and then it'll still keep striking. So I ended up copy pasting like 5 or 6 nodes when I only needed the one. That's one good thing.
What I think they did is they have a separate node for like each location that the swords come from.
So it's
but that's
controlled
not
better.
necessary.
No, it's not necessary.
But you know what? One thing would
But
be
it
good.
works.
The one good thing about this is you can have a very specific sound play on each one of these, or very specific other things timed right to where these are at. So because everything is manually set up right here, you can do other things that would deviate from what you could be able to do with one node that has a deviation.
Yeah.
I don't know if I explained that clearly, but you have a lot more control when you do it this way, because you can
pause
put
that.
Okay, why? What's going on?
The ding dong is driving me crazy.
Okay.
No more ding dong, please.
No more ding dong.
No more ding dong.
No more ding dong. Yeah, I would say the sounds are really off on this one. It's not very good as far as the sound.
It's extremely creative. It's very beautiful. I don't like the sound.
I love the
design.
aesthetic. I love the creativity, but the sound on it doesn't make any sense to me. Not only does it's missing the like this sword can be like shing, 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 shing. It could do so much more. Of course, you don't want it to be super overkill, and maybe that's why they took out like the sound effect for each sword appearing. It would have to be something light, like more of a hi-hat sound. That way it's not too abrasive. And then you could have a gong maybe at the beginning. It doesn't need to just keep going. I don't see the significance of the times on the gongs really, and then how the swords keep coming. I do see that the gong also plays specifically with a like pulse, so that's cool how it's synced up to that. But it's just kind of
I can't stand it. The dong.
All you need is one.
It's a terrible
All you need is
sound.
the first one, the dong, and then that's it. And then maybe one at the end if you wanted to, if you really liked it. Overall, really cool. Let me go ahead and give it a rating.
It looked, I mean, I'd say like it's extremely creative and very, very beautiful, and could be salvaged with the right sounds. It's very, very nice.
I also agree with Hidden One saying that a whoosh sound for each sword.
Yeah.
Don't even have to have like a sound on it entering. If it just like had like a sound of like air on each one moving.
Yeah.
Vino counted 99. Assuming I missed one, I think it's actually 100.
It probably is 100, or they missed one.
Right.
Oh no, it says sword 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't you just scroll to the bottom? Wouldn't it say?
Yeah, but no, it doesn't go sword 100. It just does sword 9.
It goes. Well, okay, so it goes to 9, and probably each one spawns 11 times, so it may be only 99 sword.
Yeah, it might only be 99. That's true.
It's
click on sword.
It's 9 groups.
Right there. Yeah, click on.
It's 10
just
groups
click
of
on
9.
Sword.
Okay.
It only spawns
It's
one.
10 groups of 9. Look, he made it. He made the thing once. He made 10 of them. Then you copy paste it, and you just change like the initial delay probably or something. What did they change? Time to live. Initial delay 90. See, look at this next group. Initial delay 100.
They're all
Let's look at the next.
count 1.
Yeah, because they're only spawning their own image, the sword. But the delay. So this one won't play until frame 200. And then this next one won't play, which just plays all 9 of these. But then you get to the next group and it's, so it's timed. They play during a certain time. That's one way to do it. What's next on our list?
The next one on our list is Make a Splash.
Okay. This is called Make a Splash by Sweet.
Whoa.
Okay.
I think we have it in the wrong orientation. Oh, you almost have it. Ooh. Yeah, keep it there and play it again.
Let's put it in 2D.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 2D. That's so cool.
Here's in 2D.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love this. This is amazing. Now, this makes me wonder, Touchfuzzy, I have a question for you.
I love it.
Is there any
really
way
good.
possible to make your splash screen with Elfkisser?
Yeah,
Because that's
sure, why
an
not?
awesome splash screen right there.
Sure, you're just playing an animation.
You could do it, but like you would need a plug-in to play it before your title screen. But
You can
like
even
everyone makes plug-in to do stuff before title screen. But man, that's That's cool. I didn't think about someone making not a battle animation.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's a really good opening animation for like.
When I first found out, I totally agree with you. When I first found out about the way that it's animated, I started to do like zoom ins on and zoom outs and to see like what could I be using this for besides just battles. And you can use it for like cut scenes and text sequences, and you can use it for all kinds of aspects in your game. And I didn't think about title screens till now, but you could use it as your splash screen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Sorry for cutting you off there at the end.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, but also make it splash. That is funny now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Splash screen.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Wow. I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
I didn't until, because Sweet is in the YouTube chat.
Make a
And I looked
splash.
Oh, thank you, Sweet. I'm a big dummy. I didn't even think about it at all.
Well, you can't not be a dummy at all times.
I
learned that
I'm
today.
a big dummy. I was doing some DMV stuff and I had to email them, and I emailed them a question with no information whatsoever, no return information, who I was or anything. And so the next email I sent them was titled "I'm a big dummy." I didn't add any information. So then every correspondence from that point on until I was done.
Said I'm a big dummy.
I'm a big dummy. All of them. It was great.
So
I just like it because it's
Go ahead.
especially fun if you like read out because it's regarding I am a big dummy.
Yes. It fits me well.
So I'm trying to find it now, the splash screen, so I can give it a rating. I think maybe we'll do one more after this one.
Okay.
So let me find this one. It is called Make a Splash. I believe. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah.
Really like those little lightning effects.
Yes. It is
Cool.
really, really good. You did a great job, Sweet. I love it.
Yeah, I liked it. Definitely got a good rating. Okay. Let's what's the last one for today, T?
The last one for today is drops.
Okay, so let's file open.
Warp Enigma, we actually did watch it in 3D first, but we had it all like jank and messed up, so
Do you want to watch it in 3D
it looked
again? Is
weird. Put it in the right orientation.
Okay, so let's put it in 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, leave it like that.
Well, I have no
Whoa.
reference
Where
unless
did
it's
it go?
fun.
There it is.
I tried to line it up the best I could.
There you go. Stop moving it.
Well, that's to show you that it's in 3D. It's made for 2D, guys.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
definitely a 2D thing. It's made to be just like, mostly just like this.
Yeah.
I mean, for a splash screen, it's too long. But, I mean, that's being
But
hypercritical. I
it's
gave you
cool
a
enough.
really good score.
It's cool enough to be too long. You're allowed to make it
Well,
long.
I mean, it depends. Can you skip it with a button press?
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you're allowed to just skip right past it, then it's fine. Mm-hmm. If you're forced to watch it, it would feel like, ugh,
again.
There are some games I can think of that have that really long splash animation
and they
at the front.
force you to watch it.
Yeah, in several cases though, I figured out it's actually covering up for load times.
Oh, right,
Oh,
right.
hey, you know, that's
You could
reasonable.
a
But
longer one
that
for-
shouldn't be an issue with your MZ games, so don't do that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
MZ games should load very fast. This is used
My
in like
favorite thing
really
about
nice
MZ
stuff.
so far is optimization. I'm so glad it's optimized. And I'm wondering, the engine optimization is good, as you've said, but like what I wonder is when you make a game with 500 common events and a bunch of parallel processes, is the game gonna run better too?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to hit a wall if you don't optimize. And we talked about this on stream. I'm not trying to cut Touchfuzzy off, but you asked
Go
a
ahead.
question that's like if you put too many things on, it doesn't matter what engine. Eventually, regardless of your machine, the game will chunk and lag if you have too many things. Everything has a limit.
Yeah, but I want to know if it's better.
It's definitely better.
No, I want Touch to tell me if it's better.
Okay, so
They've said
I
this.
know it's better because I tried to do the same things in both MV and MZ. And it's so hard to make MZ lag. I finally did it by doing something very, very dumb. I had multiple events playing animations once every frame. So like one event would play an animation 60 times a second. And when I got up to about 3 or 4 of those, it finally started lagging. But that's like, you're playing, 100 and something animations a second, which is absurd, and no one's going to ever do that.
Right. That's cool. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I'll tell you why. Like, I know one game maker, what's his name? Freebird Studios. He makes To the Moon and Finding Paradise. I bought Finding Paradise and I wanted to play it like as for inspiration, for tips and stuff. I couldn't even play it because it lagged so bad on my computer. And I know this person in the studio worked really hard on it, and I'm sure they did everything they could to avoid the lag, but it was literally unplayable, and I do not have a potato. So it's really exciting to me that you can put more into the game and make it look more polished and more clean and have better functionality, I guess, and be less likely to lag it. That really excites me.
I mean, optimization is huge. This last entry, let's get it playing, and we'll talk a little more. This is called Drop by Wrath of Wood. Okay, let me zoom out. Here we go. Oh, that's much better. I was like, what? I'm in a 2D view here. I'm assuming this is probably
I would go
3D.
to 3D.
Yeah. 3D.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely supposed to be 3D. Oh, that's cool.
I'm not sure.
I get it now. I get it. Now that you have it in 3D, it makes sense.
I get what it's trying to do. I have no idea what I would use this animation for.
Right.
It's too much. I feel like
it's kind of like
it's really cool, but like
it's like napalm.
I feel like there's
the
just
thing
too
I
much
thought
happening.
Is like the drop parts. It looks like blood. If you have like a vampire doing some kind of attack,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. The lighting stuff, I'm like, okay, that doesn't feel right for a vampire attack. And the lighting stuff looks like 2 different animations stuck
It does.
together.
It kind of it looks like someone was messing around and they're just like, all right, let's change this number. Let's change this number. All right, what does it do? And then they just got through like 10 iterations, and then like, this is what I ended up with. I'm gonna submit it. You know what I mean? I do this all the time.
You know what the red
To
balls...
be fair, if I was going to put a techno vampire in my game, this would be a wonderful animation.
A techno
Yeah, it would
vampire
be.
for real.
You know what it reminds me of? The sound effects and then the red balls on the ground? It reminds me of this old tank game that I used to play on a DOS computer at my neighbor's house when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And you just like shot missiles at each other's tanks, and then you get that sound effect.
Right.
Boom, boom.
Those
Are you talking about Scorched Earth?
I think so. It's an old game. You had to.
Yeah, you didn't move. You just like it was
Move
about
your
figuring
tank.
out the angles
Yes.
to like hit. Yes, Scorched
Yeah,
Earth. I love
that's
that
the
game.
one.
You just
Me
aimed your
too.
tank.
I used to play it for hours.
I know what
Showing our age here.
I know what you're talking about. Yep. Vino asked in a hidden message. I don't know why. Let's show
Because he
it.
swore. YouTube.
Is exporting to Android still a royal pain in the ass?
Okay, so it's the same.
It's the same. So it's
Yeah.
still
So-
a royal pain in the ass.
I'm not going to use those words for it, but so the problem is like if you want to try to do like a native export button, it's just very, very difficult, and because Android has changed so often,
It's hard to maintain.
it's hard to maintain, and we just do not have the manpower to maintain that.
Right, I understand.
Somebody talked about this on the forums. Is just like the whole thing of like because they constantly change the thing, and you have to constantly be doing stuff. It's better to like just do the wrapper themselves. The one thing that is easier though, at least because the UI is actually really properly made for touch screens and stuff like that. That part's a little easier.
Right.
But as far as like, yeah, I wish it was better.
Right.
But
there-
it's kind of the
It's kind of
amount of
this-
time it takes to do compared to the benefit it provides.
Right. So I had a lot of things to say, but then I mean, to be honest, T shushed me because I
He's
keep
so
interrupting.
excited.
But then afterwards, I'm like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. I have several friends who they'll interrupt me and they're like, "Well, if I don't say it right, then I don't remember." My wife is also like that.
It happens. Yeah.
So I have a suggestion. Since this is the last one, why don't we turn the sound off because it gets too much after a while. But like, how about we spend like 5 or 10 minutes just doing questions and talking to Touch about the engine?
We have a few minutes. We'll do 5 minutes of Q&A. I have to make my rating for this last animation. And so I guess ask Touchfuzzy any questions you may have. He reserves the right to remain silent and protect and plead the fifth.
I will answer the ones I can. And sometimes it's because I'm not allowed to talk about something specific yet. And sometimes it's because I don't know the answer. I'll tell you if I don't know the answer, though.
Right.
But there's some things, like, especially when people start talking about anything with the coding in the back end. I know basics. I'm not a coder, so I can't answer that question.
It's good to keep in mind. I did
a lot of stuff about using the engine I can answer.
Okay.
I did warn you that I was going to ask you this question, so I'll just start off with that. But the question was, if you make an Elfkisser file with sound files in it, and you have the assets and everything, and you try to play it in MV, will the sounds that you saved in the Elfkisser file play in MV, or do you have to add it in the engine?
Okay. I do not think it will play the sounds because the engine has like setups for like the how you set up your sound. I'm 99% sure it doesn't play any sound from the Elfkisser file. I would have to test it, and since you like literally asked me right before the thing, I haven't had time to test it yet. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I'm gonna say I agree that you're probably right because doesn't it use OGG on the engine?
Yeah, it uses OGG for everything on the engine this time, which is nice because we don't have to have duplicate
MP4s.
M4A, I think, or whatever.
M4A.
The ones that were used for deployment to Android stuff. Now, since it uses the same deployment type for everything, you can use, or the same file type for every deployment, you would just use OGG for everything, which is better.
Which means it probably wouldn't work, or almost certainly won't work, because since the engine is using OGG to render sounds, and the Elfkisser file will save a WAV file extension, it's almost certain not to work.
Well, Elfkisser loads the wave.
Right, but it's looking for it. Like when you save the Elfkisser file, it's going to look for a WAV file, don't you think?
Right. I don't know how the audio conversion would work.
Yeah, me neither, really.
But most likely, you're not going to have any audio convert from the Elfkisser file into MZ. You're just going to use the MZ's tools to apply sound upon the animation that you import.
It makes sense.
To the best of my understanding.
That is the way it works from my understanding. I don't think it will do anything, and also like you wouldn't want to because WAV files are just very inefficient size-wise.
Yeah, they're big, they're huge. That's what she said. Vino has a question, Touchfuzzy. Vino asks, and I quote, "You said once the updates are done, you'll be able to discuss anything. Do the updates keep going to release date, or do they end soon?"
Okay, so the update on this Thursday, so yesterday, I lose track of days, very easy. That was the last major preview, so most things I'm cleared to talk about.
Nice.
There are exceptions. Most of it has to do with stuff that's not about the engine directly, though, but more about like release stuff, like what DLCs are going to be available for release, that kind of stuff I can't talk about yet, but there are some. And I can't talk about will there be a pre-order. I can say there will be. I can't tell you when it's going to be, though.
Right.
We know the release date.
Yeah, we know the release date now.
August 20th.
So yeah, I can discuss most things now.
Okay.
Skepsis asks an interesting question. He said, would be great to see a deep dive on the event commands we get in MZ, but I can wait until next month. Will we get any type of video preview of the tabs on the event commands?
Okay, so one of the things that's interesting is that there are no new event commands. All the changes are like in the event commands, and I keep finding new ones that I didn't realize were there. So if you're going to do one, and I'll talk about the possibility of doing one, I would probably do it as a stream, and we would just go through and like open every single event command and see if we can find them. I have to get I have to get clearance to do that from Katakawa. I can't just decide to do that, unfortunately.
Right.
And it's always fun doing that because I don't speak Japanese, so I have to tell someone in Digica, who then asks them, who then gets back to me, and so I might try to do something like that next week, or at least get an idea of what I can specifically show on stream, and I might do a stream sometime in the next couple of weeks to show.
Awesome. Let us know if you do ahead of time, and we can promo that stream for you and get some extra eyes on it. Jamie Cassidy asks a question. It's kind of an opinional statement. Is MZ at least 40% better than MV in your opinion, Fuzzy?
40%. Okay. So I think so, yes, because I think the back end code alone is so good that compared, like the ability to like not worry as much about lagging. Yes, you can still lag things if you go like crazy. But also like a lot of stuff that should have like that finally is in default that I really like resolution and the UI stuff where you can do hover things now that's programmed in, and that's so good. Cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Arkea showed me an old menu system she had done in MV, and then she showed an updated version in MZ, and it was so much smoother, so much cleaner, like being able to do the thing where when you mouse over stuff, it does things. It's so good looking. And then like the animations are so much better, and like all the little tweaks. And I know that like a lot of people look at it and go, oh, it's just a lot of little tweaks, but you know, it all adds up to something really big. And then you add in the engine optimization itself, and yeah, I think it's at least 40% better.
Nice.
At least.
Wrath of Wood asks a question that I'm curious about as well. Any camera or zoom controls?
In which part? That's the question you're asking me, like in the event?
For implementation for like cutscenes is what I'm most interested in.
So scene map.
Yeah, so like I think that a lot of that is the same. I don't think we have any like specific changes in scene control stuff.
I know that.
But if we do, I wouldn't know because I don't think I've opened those yet.
Okay, fair enough.
I will say that MV actually has camera and zoom controls, but they don't have buttons linking to those. Those methods.
But
they're defined. Yeah. You can just do a script call and zoom in and zoom out and stuff, but they don't have buttons for some reason. I was almost certain they would include a camera zoom button as an event command.
So why
not? That's my question.
It's like why can't you get a smooth transition in MV? And I'm hoping that you can in MZ, because I've tried literally every camera position, angle, zoom plugin there is out there for MV, and they all have some weird chitter to them when you're it jiggles.
It's
everything.
Like a screen tear almost.
Yeah.
But, I think that has to do with optimization, and so maybe in MZ we won't see that.
I hope so. I very much hope so.
Well, it also could just have to do with Pixie as a rendering engine, and since we updated that might fix it too. So I don't know.
Right, from Pixie 4 to Pixie 5, you might have some magnification optimization or something.
I can't wait to try it out.
Right.
That'll be one of the first things I try is camera movement.
Okay, we're gonna ask a couple more questions, but then we're gonna end the stream soon. It's been a good amount of time. I think that's basically it. Was there any other questions? What did we miss? Oh, is it going to be easy to use DLC tiles from MV?
Oh yeah, they're the same format. You just load them right in. So for tiles, the same format. Sprites, the same format. Most things the same format. The only exception is animations.
Right, with the new particle. So those have been replaced with the new particle engine effects here.
Yeah.
Last question. We kind of know the answer to this one, but we'll go over it just to have a secondary question. I'll ask you. So no ABS implementation. That's the action battle system.
Yeah, there not.
There's no ABS.
It's kind of
but there is no battle
it's one of the
systems.
things. There is no battle system. Well, one of the things is you start having to look at the idea of the more you implement into the base like that, the more plugin creators have to work around or work with.
Yeah.
And an ABS is a little outside of the scope of what the engine is originally intended to do.
Right, it is.
And I know a lot of people like to do it, but also ABS without pixel movement without like a lot of the other things I think would be needed first. I really,
for sure.
It's just not, plugin creators will make all kinds of cool stuff, right?
Right, and I understand from a marketing standpoint and a producing standpoint that like when you have a formula that works, you shouldn't stray too far because then it might not work. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
It is also the thing of like ease of use. If we support it, we have to like have everything for it, and we also have to. It's going to be in the code, and it's going to be in the code for everyone's game.
Yeah.
And so like you either have when plugin creators make a plugin, they either have to take into account that it exists if they're working with anything in that area, and make hooks into it too. It's easy. I don't know. It's one of those things of like. Is it what the engine is supposed to be about?
Right. You stray from the spirit of the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do when they make games, but that's why plugins exist.
It's true.
Right.
It's very true. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming on with us today, Touch. We really appreciate you being reaching out to us and just being the middleman and the liaison that we have to the further corporate, Dejica Katakawa RPG Maker world.
Yes, definitely. We appreciate it very much. You really hold the line really well. I'm impressed with the work that you do.
I enjoy coming on stuff like this because literally I've had to touch nothing. I don't have to do anything. I just sit here and listen to people and talk, and that is the easiest thing in the world to do.
Well, we're glad
because I do it every day.
Yeah.
And unlike my kids, y'all listen, so
that's great.
So it's an improvement.
We know all about that.
It's been great having you here. You're a good guest.
Yes, it's been fantastic. Thank you everyone for coming to the live stream. Thank you so much to Corey Davis for throwing insane amounts of money at us as he sometimes does, and we really appreciate that. Thank you to all of the super chatters and all of the people who have donated, all of the people who have left a message, who have chimed in just to say what's up. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming to the live stream. We're going to read the names off the chat, and that's going to do it for our live stream for this week. We're going to be back 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. EST. Monday through Friday we do our streams. We are working on the amalgamation. We have some first impressions, but we've pushed all of the first impressions until we're done judging all of the animations in this jam. So next week we're basically going to be finalizing. We're going to look at all the animations one at a time, talk about them, look at them in 2D, look at them in 3D, and talk about what we like about it, what it could be used for, how it could be improved, and then we're going to actually do our rating, and then by the end of it we'll have all of the ratings will be in, and we'll announce the winner, and the winner of the competition will win a copy of RPG Maker MZ, as well as the runner-up and the third place winner will receive DLC packages, and those are
mystery DLC packages.
More information is on the itch page. You can check that out.
But they will be for MZ, which is cool.
Yes. A $5 super chat from Vino at the end saying, Touch just said he had to touch nothing, so now he's Touchfuzzy.
Touchless Fuzzy.
Touchless Fuzzy.
You're Touchless Fuzzy now.
It's fair. I've been called worse things.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. We'll read off the names of the chat and some crazy voices, and I'll put on my lovely vocal effects processing that everyone loves, and then and that's where we'll let it lie. So thank you for coming. Have a fantastic weekend. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Touch, for showing up and doing all this stuff with us. Thank you, T. I love you, honey.
You're welcome.
And thank you to... Hold on, let me get this. I gotta do this right. Oh, yes, that's much better. Thank you, Wrath of Wood, for being here. Thank you, Vino. Warp Enigma, thank you for being a part of this show. Saint Griffin, thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Wing of the Angel, thank you so much for tuning in. Jamie Cassidy, I see you there. Thank you so much. Sweet Corey Davis, thank you so much, my dude. Jamie Cassidy, Easy Kapua, Skepsis D. Anybody who I miss? So 1 US. Let's switch it up now. Now we're gonna go into some more types of weirdness that I love to do. Wings of the Angel. Okay, I don't want to read the same names. Let me find some new names here. It's a lot of repeats. Hidden One, thank you for being a part of this show with us. Repeat names. Mikey Kima, thank you for being here. Veroclaw 23. Jamie Cassidy. Saint Griffin, I see you there. I see you. Okay, let's go back to this one. Oh, ha, 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 ha. You have come to the end of the show. Oh, ha, 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 ha. I think that's all the names. Oh no, Shadow Knight. Thank you for being here. Oh, Mobile Monster. Thank you. All right, that's it, guys. See you guys next time. Have a fantastic weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I sound like a weirdo. Bye.
Hold on,
Everybody
hold on.
knows that I'm a weirdo.
No. Hold on. Say it again.
Bye-bye.
Cool, so now I can go.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. Hold on.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Sounds
wait.
like I'm saying him pie.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What's your favorite type of food?
Bye-bye.
Pie.
Okay.
What's your favorite flavor of pie?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. Oh my god.